In more student loan news, you need to know, especially if you're going for public service loan forgiveness. Outside of the big, beautiful bill, there is another important thing happening for public service loan forgiveness workers, and this is negotiated rulemaking. Now, if you remember back in March, President Trump signed an executive order that tried to redefine what criteria is allowed for employers to be eligible for public service loan forgiveness. And he directed the Secretary of Education to create new rules that potentially banned some employers. Well, the department released what those rules might look like yesterday, and it's a little scary. So here's what it looks like. The potential rules would block any employer from being PSLF eligible if they provide medical care for transgender minors, if they allow illegal discrimination. This looks like it's going towards colleges and universities. If they're aiding or embedding violations of immigration law, this looks like it could be targeting sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. Actions classified as terrorism, including funding drug cartels, and engaging in a pattern of violating state tort laws. This looks like organizations that may protest. So, what is concerning here? Well, the definitions are a little concerning themselves because they look like they could be violating the First Amendment rights of a lot of Americans. Part two is, how are these things decided? Well, as it stands, the Secretary of Education decides it, and there is not any recourse for the borrower. There is recourse for the employers to petition it, but we don't know how that's all going to shake out. This is all going to be part of negotiated rulemaking that is going to start next week and will likely take a few months before we see the final rules. But the concern here is things like aiding and embedding violations of immigration law. What does that mean? How will it be decided? Could they theoretically block all employees in the state of California and the state of New York simply because the government doesn't like how they're handling immigration laws? We don't know, but it could put a lot of employees at risk of changes or losing potential future PSLF credits. So, if you're going for public service loan forgiveness, you need to know this is a thing. It is not a final thing yet, but this is on the radar and it is happening starting next week. You can follow the negotiated rulemaking process on ed.gov. There's links, and we will keep you updated as we know more. Please make sure you like and subscribe and follow The College Investor for the latest in higher education and personal finance news.